partnership is a little more involved, and we want to make sure we really drill down on exactly what they're seeking. So you ask them, do you want leadership or do you want partnership? And you go ahead and define leadership for them, and they go, that doesn't sound like me. Okay, well, let me go through what partnership looks like. And typically, this is a more collaborative relationship where the advisor is bringing ideas and recommendations to the prospect or client. And ultimately, the client has or wants at least either final say or just wants to be informed before a decision is made. They want to be part of the process. They want to feel in control. They want to have that veto power. So again, the person might say all the same things as leadership, and they go, I don't have the time, energy, or expertise to deal with this. I expect you to bring me the ideas and recommendations, and I'll tell you whether or not I like them. And that's totally fine by us too. If they define it that way, that just means they are probably someone who's kind of above the line or controlling, and they want to still feel in control, but they admit they don't have the time, energy, or expertise to deal with it. Otherwise, they do it themselves. So they want you to be in that partnership, collaborative role with them. A great example of that is our client, Sam. Sam, high-powered executive in a very large technology company. And while he goes, I don't know anything about investments, he openly admits it. He goes, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I want you to tell me what you're doing before you do it. So he was partnership. We knew we had to find the proper manager, the proper platform where we can control when the changes are being made. And so that we can get his thumbs up, get his blessing, get that email back from him that says, yeah, team, go ahead and make those changes and everything. You're not gonna get much pushback on these type of clients, which is great. You just have to meet their expectations. And we need to find out what those expectations are long before we start putting together proposals and starting to think of that, doing all that work. One aspect of partnership that you really want to make sure you have clarity on, that I want to drill down on a little further, that it will address your question. And that is, you want to make sure when you ask partnership, who is doing the execute? Who has their finger on the button? Who's responsible for making the actual changes to the portfolio? Because again, if the client goes, I don't have the time, energy, expertise to deal with it, you make the changes, that's great. That means they're on your platform, you have a client there. If they go, oh, I'll make the changes. Oh, yeah, I'll just go into my 401k and make the changes, Steve. I'll just go into my Vanguard account and make the changes, Steve. Oh, all of a sudden we may not have an investment client, someone is more of a do-it-yourselfer that's just looking for some guidance and oversight. And if that's the case, where this has impacted our practice is identifying that quickly, because you want to realize, oh, I may never get these assets. I may never be able to help them directly with these assets. So you have to decide, one, do you want them as a client? And two, if you do, how do you want to be compensated for helping them with these investments from afar, from arm's reach? So odds are, if you're charging for planning year in and year out, like members of Mindshift are, we want to have potentially a higher planning charge because we're really doing investment management from afar. So, because if you just charge your normal number there and you're counting on getting the assets, you're going to be doing more work than you had intended, and then you're going to have the realization that, I'm not getting the assets.
Yeah, what comes to mind, Steve, is our client Mark on the planning side. And we sat down with Mark, high-powered doctor, seven-figure income. And we sit down and we look at it, and in old way, looked at it, he goes, yeah, $6 million with Vanguard. Steve's ready to pick apart all the problems in the portfolio. And Mark goes, I'm just looking for a partner. I'm never going to pay a money manager, but I would pay a financial planner to help partner with me year in, year out. We've worked with Mark for 7 years. We charge Mark every year for planning. We don't put in energy into attempting to collect those assets. We put in energy into helping him with his allocation and make sure he doesn't do anything foolish.
I think one of the things that I noticed, Jack, is that there's a certain style of person that has a very difficult time giving up control. For maybe past experiences with money or other things, other decisions they made, or it's just their comfort zone. And they genuinely want a partner, because what people are missing is somebody to have that conversation with, right? They're not going to be at work and saying, what should I do in my 401k at the water cooler? They may not be able to talk to their spouse about it. So that's where that partnership comes in and why it's so important. It's somebody you can talk to and make sure that you don't do something foolish, but it fits a certain style, and you need to understand that. And if you don't, you're going to waste a lot of time. You're going to upset yourself, and you're going to upset the prospect or client.
Thanks for listening. If you found this episode valuable, we would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. And if you're an established financial advisor ready to scale to your next level of profitability, experience Mindshift coaching methodology firsthand by booking a complimentary breakthrough call. Not ready for a call? You can download our 5 profit-boosting mindset shifts for growth-minded advisors, or subscribe and click on the bell to be notified of future episodes. To your next level of success, Jackie, Ben, and Steve, signing off.